Hey guys, welcome back to Together We Are Not Thursdays again. I'm late, and I apologize for missing the video topic last week. It was my anniversary and just didn't have time to get on. And yesterday I was really sick, so I'm a day late this week. But we're going to be talking about, or the girls have already talked about, the negative effects of EDs, and then which ones we've actually experienced. So I will just share with you, like, some of the things that have happened. Like Crimson Butterfly said, immunosuppression, definitely true. I have it anyway from an illness that I have, but yeah, it's kind of a big deal, not having much of an immune system. And the other issue is slow healing. Like if you get injured somehow, it takes much longer to heal even from a scratch than most people might think. Sleep, insomnia is huge. Night eating syndrome, something I've been through, where prolonged restriction, you just go on autopilot in your sleep and eat and don't even know until somebody tells you, or you find wrappers in the morning or a big mess or something. It's horrible. It is absolutely horrible and humiliating, and just, it's awful. Dental problems. I have really bad teeth anyway from meds and stuff, but ED doesn't help. If you purge, acid can eat the enamel away. Even if you restrict, the ketosis state, which people go into when they're starving, acidifies the blood. And the body is very meticulous about maintaining a certain pH in your blood, which is slightly basic actually. So in order to counteract the acids produced by you breaking down your own muscles, which is another thing, it pulls calcium out of your bones. So, and your teeth are bones, so your teeth count too. But yeah, osteoporosis, it's a real deal. With your blood acidic, you will constantly be pulling out your bones. And also, if you're female, it's very common to have low hormones and lose your periods and have difficulty regaining fertility later in life, which is something I'm struggling with too. And Crimson Butterfly did for 2.5 years, and now she's pregnant. Awesomeness. But at least up until you're about 35 in women, estrogen helps build bones. And so if you're not menstruating, you're also not building bone mass. After that, for everyone, it's downhill. But especially if you have an ED and you're missing out on your bone building years, it's a really big deal. I have really severe osteoporosis from a hypogonadism condition I had, and I'm really struggling to regain fertility now, and it sucks a lot. What else? Oh, muscle catabolism, yeah. When you don't eat enough, it's not just an issue of losing fat. You lose muscle. And just so you know, your heart is a muscle too, and your heart will get digested also if you're not eating enough. And obviously that can weaken your heart, can result in heart failure. I have heart failure. It sucks. It's not from that, but it's certainly not helped either. Electrolyte disturbances. Even if you don't purge, this can happen just because you're not taking in enough nutrients, and you can get arrhythmias in your heart, some of which are fatal, like if you have low potassium. If you have low magnesium or calcium, you can get muscle cramps, which are brutal. Just the effects are endless. It's a really tough thing. Your hair will start falling out and be all dull and lifeless. Same with your skin. Depression, definitely, usually a comorbidity in patients with ED, is very common. Obsessive rituals and behaviors. Yeah, it's a facet of starvation also, that you start coming up with these rituals that you have to do. It's a compulsion. Anxiety, which worsens the sicker you get. Inability to relax, inability to be okay. Racing mind, insomnia. Feeling sick with tension and adrenaline all the time. It's pretty bad. Isolation is a huge one. Your ED wants to seduce you into staying with it and only with it. So, bye-bye friends, bye-bye family, bye-bye activities you used to enjoy. It's all going to be you and your ED, and deep, deep, deep immersion and less socialization. You don't go out because you'll be confronted with food. I mean, it's a really dark and desolate experience. Your intellect and your academic aptitude, if you're in school, goes downhill. Like, your IQ just goes on a vacation and doesn't come back. Trying to reading the same sentence over and over again, because all you could think about, food and weight and numbers and your ED. Trying to remember things. There are so many memories for many of us that, were really important life events, and all we remember is what we ate that day or what we didn't eat that day. That's really pathetic. Having to shop in the kids section. If you don't like hearts and butterflies and rainbows and little twinkly rhinestones and crap, sucks. Hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. If you're not eating, ketosis isn't adequate. You will be experiencing dizziness, shakiness, nausea. You can even faint, also from low blood pressure. Dehydration, because in ketosis you need to flush out the keto acids. And usually people restrict fluid if they're very thin. Bruising, big time. There's no padding on bones. Can't get comfortable. Your back, your hips, your tailbone. I have a friend who bruised her tailbone so bad that she still struggles even though she's weight restored. And has been for like 2 years. Inability to walk at some point. If you lose enough muscle, like, you can't function. Alienating everyone that you love and care about. Nobody will want to deal with you. They probably can't deal with you, and you won't want to deal with them anyway, because you want to be alone with your ED. Bone chilling cold. It is indescribable, the intensity of cold when you're starving. It's so deep, it's in your bones, and nothing warms you. Nothing warms you. You can wear layers and layers and layers and still be freezing at 80 degrees. When it's 80 degrees out, you're freezing cold. How much fun would that be, huh? Again, this is the same friend of mine who bruised her tailbone permanently. When she was very sick and very thin, she had gone on a vacation, and the family had gone river rafting. And their raft turned over, the one she was in. And she nearly died of hypothermia. Like, serious shit, you guys, like, big time. You'll never be able to get comfortable. The pain. Your bones will ache. Your joints ache. Your muscles are fatigued. Fatigue, I've mentioned already. Like, not being able to lift your arm. Feeling like you've got a lead suit on. It's horrific. It's horrific. Yeah, that's a long enough list. It's not everything, but it's a long enough list. Just keep in mind that while weight restoration is possible, reversal of the majority of symptoms isn't. Most of us have permanent damage, if not all. It's a real deal. And this is why early intervention is so important. If you're sitting there going, oh, I'll put it off because I want to finish this year of school, or I want to get to this event first, or that event first, don't wait. Don't wait, don't wait, don't wait. Not only for that reason, but your likelihood of recovering decreases the longer you're sick. Don't wait. Please, from my heart, don't wait. So the question of the week is, what's your favorite website? Well, obviously it's going to have to be Project Shapeshift. That's the one that I own and administrate. But I really love Amazon. You can find anything on that site. It's so cool. Not just for books and CDs, pretty much anything. I've gotten some really cool gifts off of there. And by the way, they have this new wish list feature that you can put in your toolbar and add things to your wish list even if they're not available on Amazon. Like if you're on any site, you can just click add to wish list and it'll get added. Really cool feature. So there's two. Alright, that's it for me. Much love and be well. See you next week. Bye guys.